Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Dise versus Starbuck. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves. On the top right hand side of the map we have Starbuck spawning as the blue human player, meanwhile Dise spawning as that yellow, or as a yellow night elf, not that yellow night elf, just a yellow night elf here on Autumn Leaves, as things are already opening up. Ancient of War off to the north to try and perhaps aggro this creep camp here and, well, get to level 2 just that much faster. What are we going to be looking at in this matchup? I am expecting a Keeper of the Grove going up against an Archmage, but then again, I have been surprised with meta changes and meta shifts as players try to feel out new and exciting different strategies. We are looking at, well, Ultra King's about to be done. Let's take a little, speed things up a little bit, and it is going to be an Archmage going up against a Keeper of the Grove. No surprises this time around, and we'll see how these players are able to execute their respective strategies. Coming back into the center portion of the map, scouting with runs into a Footman. Footman still doing a little bit of chasing here. Meanwhile, Ancient of War absorbing quite a bit of damage as the Ogre Magi is about to be taken down. Alright, Keeper of the Grove going to pick up a useful item, maybe Ring of Protection, or most likely Claws of Attack +5, Cloak of Shadows, and Tome of Intelligence +2. The Keeper of the Grove now able to hide in the middle of the night while also having a bit more mana and a little bit better auto attack. Coming back on the other side here, Starbuck opening things up, clearing the creep camp with a lot of militia here, and ends up getting ensnare on one of the footmen, and that will delay his action. Mantle of Intelligence +3, turning back around, perhaps trying to put in a little bit of damage. It looks as though his agility, or Starbuck got the Tome of Agility +2, hence the 4 armor base instead of 3, as he also has that Mantle of Intelligence. Who's going to come out ahead? That is the question. A little bit faster attack speed on from that Archmage as well because of that bonus agility. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove in the center portion of the map doesn't have level 2 yet, unable to get entangled down onto any of those footmen. Alright, coming back around, Archmage is still getting a little bit more experience there, trying to take down this force of nature. A lot of damage racking up from that Keeper of the Grove, though, as well both sides are still exchanging blows. Back down to the south here, Water Elemental trying to go after some of those Wisp. Wisp is going to end up delaying that all-important lumber harvesting as an Ancient of War trying to be built right next to this expansion attempt here. Alright, Force of Nature about to get taken down. This will give level 2 to the Archmage, and level 2 to the Archmage also means bonus damage and also Brilliance Aura. Alright, Wisp gonna quickly get cancelled there as the Archmage gonna finish off this Force of Nature and perhaps set up this expansion without much of a problem. Stupid question. If the Beastmaster can have up to 2 bears at one time, what's the name of Misha's sibling? You know what? I think Rexar is allowed to only have 1 bear at a time, and the bears now are just simply named Bear, Spirit Bear, or Raging Bear and Spirit Bear now. I don't think Rexar actually has 2 bears at one time. Coming back around, Keeper of the Grove going to go after this Forest Troll Berserker. Creep Camp Forest Troll Trapper also going to get taken down as well. But someone would have to play through the campaign once more to confirm that, whether or not the Rexar campaign actually allows you to have more than 1 bear at the same time. Keeper of the Grove now making its way back off to the north here. Archmage making its rounds as well. Footman going to try and clear up the Sasquatch Creep Camp. 5-4-3 Creep Camp. It should be pretty easy to clear, and it should almost give level 3 to the Archmage. If not give level 3, I believe it might actually be able to give level 3 even with the slight drop in experience, or more experience needed from level 2 to level 3. Coming back around, the Arcane Tower not yet done, needs to be repaired. Should have started to be repaired earlier, but now we see that the Forest Troll Berserker and also that the archers are here able to belt it down. The piercing damage really dealing a lot of extra damage to that light armored scout tower as it was being built here, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest now trying to back away, able to back away as the Archmage now sitting at level 3 drops a level 2 Water Elemental to try and fight back. Militia now coming back in from the backside as well. There goes an entangle onto Starbuck's Water Elemental as the Keeper of the Grove looking to try and get to level 3 as well. Damage is starting to rack up. Archmage could be able to try and get that last dot shot there. There is Dust of Appearance finishing off one unit. Footman could end up getting taken down. Archmage continuing to rack things up. Are we going to see a deny? No, we are not. Split second late there as the Keeper of the Grove now seeing that level 3 can go for level 2 entangle and will be going for that exactly as the units are still trying to do a little bit of chasing. And level 2 entangle onto the Footman. Footman taking quite a bit of damage, will most likely end up just getting taken down and may end up being denied by Starbuck. No, being too careful to try and protect all of the peasants here and maintain that economic advantage. Keeper of the Grove getting even more experience now, trying to keep that Footman alive, but that Footman knows that if things do not go well, he could end up getting denied. Nope, gonna go ahead and get the kill and then teleport out at 40 hit points. Dise playing a very, very dangerous game with a very low hit point. Keeper of the Grove able to escape at 40 hit points as it now heals back up. Dise also setting up an expansion of his own, entangling this in gold mine here and will be able to fully saturate it. Keeper of the Grove now fighting alongside a Naga Sea Witch. Archmage is going to be in a lot of trouble, going to get taken down. Perhaps one more final shot. Final arrow does not hit the target as it was invulnerable and now able to retreat back. Archmage of Starbuck, however, going to be trapped here. Naga Sea Witch just needs one final shot onto that Archmage. Not quite sure what was going on there. Could have easily taken down that Archmage. Archmage now trying to hide, perhaps get in some Scroll of Regeneration as the Footmen are continuing to fight back here. No defend on any of these units. Entangle going down onto some of the Footmen as well. Archmage now finally using a replenishment or not clarity potion and Scroll of Regeneration to stay alive here while holding onto this expansion. Dise sitting on a decent sized army. He is a little bit smaller compared to his opponent in terms of overall supply as we're now getting up the blacksmith, perhaps for some riflemen. Archmage continuing to fight back here. Naga Sea Witch continuing to fight back here. Did the Naga Siren expect the Archmage there? I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps Dise thought that the Archmage was just a little bit too far forward and wanting to back out. And in those moments, you sometimes forget that you can take down your opponent's units while you're trying to retreat. All right, Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and staff with teleportation back out. Archmage now shows up, could rack up a little bit more damage. Trying to finish off that Forest Troll Berserker. One or two more shots should do it as a cold arrow lands onto the Archmage. Archmage does have boots of speed though, should be able to catch back up easily. Finishes off that Forest Troll Berserker as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, well, decides not to heal his brother. Archmage still continuing to look to heal. We can see Potion of Healing on the Archmage. Tech to Tier 2 is done, and we are now at dual Arcane Sanctums, and we should also be trying to get some Riflemen as well. Archmage sitting at level 3, taking a purge from that Null Warden. That Water Elemental is still absorbing a bit of damage as the Archmage wants to get to level 4 as well. Alright. Dust of Appearance really helpful there. Meanwhile, Mountain King now finally out on the battlefield, a partner in crime, so to speak, as the Naga Sea Witch now sitting at level 2. Goblin Shredder going to be taking the long walk back home. Not quite sure why you just don't use the Staff of Preservation right there, as we're looking at the Ancient of War taking a lot of damage here. Ancient of War going to get taken down by the Enraged Wildkin. Meanwhile, Archmage gets entangled here as well. Stormbolt onto the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch trying to back away. Enraged Wildkin finally, nope, still not taken down. Finally taken down now as the Archmage shows up to the party. Fork Lightning coming back across. Mountain King trying to do a little bit of damage. Staff of Preservation saved by the Keeper of the Grove as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest gets taken down. Mountain King wants to get off another Stormbolt, not going to be able to do that. Enraged Wildkin only needs one or two more shots to get that last bit of experience. It looks as though the Mountain King will get that hit there and pick up the Robe of Magi, a beautiful item on that Mountain King. And, well, even more Stormbolts to come across. Keeper of the Grove now at level 4 as the Water Elemental gets taken down. Stormbolt coming across onto the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch trying to go after the Rifleman as the Goblin Zeppelin maybe, trying to pick up some of that Rifleman as well. All right, Archmage unable to save. There's a Staff of Preservation. Nope, was it able to pick up? Yes, able to pick up that Priest there and stay alive to fight another day. Meanwhile, Mountain King unable to Stormbolt or chase after any of these Dryads here as they are looking to retreat back. Archmage, well, gonna find a Goblin Shredder right here. Dryads trying to retreat back. There goes a Stormbolt onto the Naga Sea Witch and it gets taken down. Starbuck finding a way to capitalize on Dice's missed opportunity when that Naga Sea Witch was just so close to that Archmage. And now it looks as though Starbuck is just putting pressure on Dice's expansion and should be able to clean things up nicely with a 61 to 50 supply advantage. Turning back around, Footmen still do not have the fend though. Goblin Shredder trying to join in on the battle, taking quite a bit of damage, and we see a couple of detonations. Mountain King now getting up to level 2. Mountain King, even though it looks like it has very low mana, has enough for a Stormbolt, or will have enough for a Stormbolt already. There's that Stormbolt coming across onto that Keeper of the Grove. Now Mountain King trying to get into position here. No bashes onto that Keeper of the Grove as the units are still trying to retreat back here. Priest taking a little bit more damage from the Dryads as they're getting focused down relatively quickly as well. Keeper of the Grove needing to keep that Druid of the Claw alive as well. Mountain King wants to get a Stormbolt off, but still doesn't have enough mana yet as we're looking at some of these tree ends fall. Mountain King still sitting at level 2. Mountain King now getting up to a dangerous amount of mana as the Druid of the Claw is just trying to keep this army alive. And while Stormbolt goes down onto the Keeper of the Grove, and I don't believe that was actually a good Stormbolt use at all. As the opportunity and the chances of actually taking down that Keeper of the Grove were slim to none, especially with a Staff of Teleportation and a Scroll of Town Portal on that Keeper of the Grove. Saving enough mana for a Stormbolt on Druid of the Claw that still at adept training, and then finishing it off would have been the better call as the Druids of the Claw now transform into their, well, beefier bear form. Coming back around, Druid of the Claw still trying to fight back their way here. Footmen finally have the fend. Mountain King gonna perhaps get a couple of bashes in there. Staff of Preservation for the save as we're looking at Priest getting focused down as well. No, Priest actually able to back up just in time. Still fighting underway. There goes the Stormbolt onto a bear as it gets taken down. The bear gets a rejuvenation and then tries to jump back into this battle here as the Riflemen are continuing to battle it up here. Mountain King gets, well, entangled. Are we going to see a little bit of transformation? Yes, we are, as the bear now in that front line spot. Is this Druid of the Claw going to be able to teleport out? No, it is not. Mountain King gets a Scroll of Town Portal to try and, well, reset the fight. 68 supply compared to 48. But there were a lot of red or low hit point units coming in from Starbuck. Starbuck going to take this opportunity, heal back up, and then put more pressure. Meanwhile, Dise is just trying to let this respite opportunity to rebuild his army and get stronger. Naga Sea Witch is at level 2, getting closer to level 3, but may not be able to get there. Keeper of the Grove may also get to level 5, but that is going to be some big experience right there if the Keeper of the Grove and the Naga Sea Witch can get a double level up and get those odd levels. Higher, stronger level Keeper of the Grove's Entangle and Fork Lightning could spell certain death as the Null Overseer are going to get taken down here alongside that Enforcer. Naga Sea Witch will be getting to level 3 and now also has some potions of healing and a potion of greater healing to add to that. Mountain King also gets to level 3, so hero levels are once again neck and neck. Keeper of the Grove, where is it? Nowhere to be seen so far. Where is it? Oh, Keeper of the Grove off to the north side here. Anti-magic potion, Orb of Venom, trying to rack up damage, perhaps get to level 5 this way. Is it going to really work out as the anti-magic potion comes to an end, now being forced to use Staff of Teleportation to head back, lost quite a bit of mana, and now going to try and defend here. All right, that Orb of Venom does represent a good amount of damage over time. The Wand of the Wind quickly getting dispelled to get those bears back into play. All right, Riflemen continuing to fire back away, focusing down the Dryads, and now moving on to the bears as the Mountain King has plenty of mana. Stormbolt onto the Keeper of the Grove, and I think the writing is on the wall. No, Dise doing a last-second Scroll of Town Portal to try and stick around and fight another day as the expansion is going to end up getting taken down. All right, Treant was trying to take down that tree of the Arcane Tower. Arcane Tower still ends up surviving. We're looking at a bunch of low hit point units here. We need to see more rejuvenations. Fork Lightning coming across, but it didn't really look like it did much of anything. Stormbolt saving another unit once again, but well, I believe Staff of Preservation now completely on cooldown. Continuing to fight back once more. One rejuvenated Druid of the Claw finally gets taken out. Archmage gets up to level 5. Level 3 Water Elementals joining in on the battle. And this is just ripe for the picking for Starbuck, being able to clean up all of those low hit point bears. A missed opportunity by Dise to finish off a level 3 Archmage who was dangerously low on hit points and take a big experience lead led to, well, just trying to overcome that expansion. That little bit of additional experience could have translated into higher hero levels, faster level 5 on that Keeper of the Grove, most definitely, and well, could have built some momentum for Dise. Well, missed opportunities and being aware of the game, always part of the game as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.